Hi, and welcome back to another episode of the Empath Sisters. I'm Shelly.
Hi, it's Bev.
And I don't know if a lot of you were listening to the last episode or not, but I kind of wanted to just like extend a little bit of what happened last time. I have had quite the I don't know, the last couple of weeks have been like crazy for me. I don't know if you can hear it in my voice or anything like that, but I have developed a little bit of a sinus cold. I ended up having really bad gastric attack and it's still continuing. And
Aw.
then I freaking broke my tooth. Just like honest to God, I remember thinking like not even thinking. I remember going looking up at the freaking sky.
What the hell?
Yeah. I was like, okay, universe, like what is going on? I kid you
Yeah.
not. Like I said before,
hmm
the day I woke up, November 1st, it has been like, I
Yeah.
don't even know what has happened. Like,
Well, to me, it sounds like, it's like an ascension symptom, like,
yeah.
teeth and body and like
Hmm.
on all areas, levels,
Yes.
right? From like your sinuses
Yep.
to like digestion to back to
Hmm.
mouth and ears and like all the things. And to me, that's what, it
Yeah.
speaks to me as like you're going through
Yeah.
an ascension process here. And so you're just like, unfortunately, I've been there many, many times.
Oh, I know. I know. And I actually, like when I did that, like when I was like, okay, universe,
Yeah.
I mean, it- I do know, and I agree. Like I feel like I
Yeah.
am going through another like level up or ascension or whatever you guys want to call it. But at the same time, it's like, okay, I am exhausted.
It's
I'm
tiring. It's
so tired.
exhausting. I know what that's like too. It's like, oh, all you want to do is just rest,
Yes.
rest, and
Oh
rest.
my God. And like,
hmm
we're coming up Christmas season. Like it's
I
coming up right
know,
away. And
which is so
you
crazy.
I
Like how
know. I know.
honestly, last year felt so fast. I felt like I was like on a merry-go-round and I was like hanging on for my dear life, like just like going around and around so fast. I felt like it was just
I
spinning and I'd have to hang
know.
on to the wall just to like,
Y-
okay, I just need to just like get grounded here for a minute
Yeah.
and then click. And then like boom from last year into the new year of this year. It just like the record player just like click, 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 click. And it was just
Yes.
like, whoa, like
Right.
so slow. And I was like, oh my gosh. And
Yeah.
I think for me, I now know that that was a theme for me that I was going to like really slow down
Yeah.
this year.
Yeah.
Um, but even as slow as it's been, the feeling, it's been fast,
Yeah. Oh my
which
God.
blows my mind because I'm like, what? Normally, when it's slow, you're like, come on, hurry up.
Yeah.
Like, you just want to hurry up and get there. But this one, it was just so very slow. Like, I feel like maybe in my own world or something, it just
Yeah.
slowed down. I had to slow down,
Yeah.
but yet time was still moving very fast. But I
Right.
wasn't feeling it that way.
No, exactly. Yeah,
And
exactly.
so now I'm just like, what? It's almost the end of the year.
I know.
What happened? I just don't even know.
I
Oh my
know.
gosh.
I
So
hear ya.
crazy.
I hear ya. I feel, and maybe because right now I'm not in the best place, with just body physically, all that kind of stuff. But
Yeah.
like even as a collective and going out, like just thinking about going out there to get like some Christmas shopping done and all that,
No.
it just turns me right off. And I'm like, and it's not normal for me. I do like to shop like you do too. We both love to
I'm a
go out
cappy.
there.
I'm a
Yeah.
shopaholic. And I love to shop for people.
Yeah.
Like
And
my
so
favorite thing.
I
Oh my
I have
gosh.
noticed by going out there,
Yeah.
everybody else is feeling that.
It's so stressful.
Yeah, like I'm
It's just
feeling
like,
it.
I feel
Oh,
like people are on edge. I
yeah.
mean, I understand with everything that's
Yes.
going on,
Yes.
our economy and everything it's very stressful.
Mhm.
And Christmas already in itself is very stressful season. And
Absolutely.
so I just what I really want to do this year for the holiday season, I already had this discussion with my family, is that, I just want us to do like the very minimum, not
Yeah.
because we have to, but I
Mhm.
want to. And I'd really rather invest in, doing more for other people
Yeah.
this holiday season,
Yep.
because I just feel like there's just probably going to be even more families maybe struggling,
Mhm.
to have Christmas or make
Yep.
ends meet or whatever. And I just really want to do that. I just want to help others, and not, I
Absolutely.
just don't even care about Christmas. I just want to help other people. That's why I
Mhm.
really feel very strongly called to do that this year. And so it's not, yeah, so I'm not like in the holiday spirit
Yeah.
either, but I am. Like, I
Mhm.
also agree with you on that feeling of like going out there and everything. I was like, wow, I just have no
Yeah.
desire to be out there. However, since we stepped out of Scorpio season, went into Sagittarius, I'm just like, yes, I want to go do all the things. And
Mhm.
so that is my plan, is to like go out there this weekend. I have this weekend off. So I'm just going to go out, get a couple of things,
Yeah.
and then I'm done. And I think like I'm just going to feel really good with that. And then I don't have
Mhm.
to bother going out there for
Yeah, exactly, and that's sort of our plan too, like, this weekend is I said to Dwayne, like, I
hmm
I really would like to get as much as we can done this
Yeah.
weekend. I don't
Yeah.
feel like I mean, of course, we're gonna have to pick up a few things here and there when it's closer to the time and the
Yeah.
day, but
Yeah.
the majority I want done. I've
Yeah.
already started, like, weeks ago,
hmm
but, I just feel yeah, and, like, when you said earlier about, helping others, like, we like, my husband and I, like, Dwayne and I, every year for the last probably 5 or 6 years, we usually pick a family
hmm
that we know of or someone, maybe not necessarily like that we are close to, but,
Yeah.
like, we would know if they were struggling or if they had kids and they just couldn't afford things, and we would go and
hmm
buy, a couple things for that family and donate it
hmm
to them, and, I agree with you. I feel like this is the year that, there's going to be a lot more, that are going to need it, and as much as we can help,
hmm
we are gonna try our best as well. And,
hmm
it's I don't know. I just feel like even for you, like what you said earlier, like, I feel like this year for some reason feels tougher. Like
hmm
it
Absolutely.
does. It
It
feels like
feels so weird.
yeah,
It's just
and
super
it's
weird. And
yeah.
I really feel like this is the year that of all the years so far, this is the year I've never felt so drawn
Mhm.
to um try to like be out there to like
Yeah.
bring people together. You know
Mhm.
what I mean? Like, I feel like we just like, people need support.
Yeah.
And I just feel like that's where I need to be, is just
Mhm.
like wherever I can be to help out. And I feel that that's where my focus and my pull is right now. And it's like, whatever I can do,
Mhm.
I just feel like our collective needs to come together as much as possible.
Yeah, I agree totally.
I
And
feel like it's just stressed and tired and lagging and
mhm.
depressed
Yeah.
and all the things. And I feel like, yes, it could be a joyous time, but even if it's just being with people, it's really,
Mhm. Well, and
that's what matters. My ears are like
yeah.
ringing really loudly.
Yeah, because I feel like it's not about like everybody gets stressed at Christmas time and we put a lot of pressure on ourselves
hmm
and all those kinds of things, but to be honest, like I feel like everybody just feels that I don't know, it just feels like everybody's sort of forgotten what it really truly means, and it's not about the gifts and all that. It really is
hmm
about, being together with the
Being
ones you love.
together,
But then
love.
there's other people that actually don't want any of that.
hmm
They really do want just nothing to do with Christmas or, getting together with their families or whatever because there might be something going on in their family or what have you.
hmm
But, and that's okay. I want people to know that that's okay too. Like you
Yeah,
can do
of
it however
course.
you want it to be. And,
Absolutely.
you know, yeah,
Yeah.
like it doesn't really matter. It's whatever matters to you and how you feel and
Mhm.
how it makes you happy, right?
Yeah.
And
And that's why
yeah.
I feel really called to just do,
Mhm.
what makes me feel happy,
Mhm.
right, for this holiday season.
Yeah.
It's going to be
Yeah.
different, but that's
Yeah, for
okay. Different
sure.
is good.
Yeah,
Um,
there's nothing wrong with that, and that's why I said, like, it doesn't really matter how it looks. It as long
mhm.
as it's, you're
Yeah.
happy with whatever it is and the outcome and
Yeah.
right? Like even for myself, like this year, I get to have all my children home for Christmas.
Mhm.
We haven't had it since 2018, so I am looking
It's a long
forward to
time.
that. Yeah, I am
Yeah, of
looking forward to
course.
that, which is exciting, but at the same time, um, I feel not in the spirit yet. Do you know what I mean?
Mhm.
Like, and
We will
yeah.
probably closer to.
Oh, absolutely. I know I will. I can't wait to see the little kids because I mean
Well,
that to
it's
me is Christmas. Like you
that's
just
fine
watch their
when you see
faces.
it.
So
Yeah.
I'm very excited about that and about just being together. I don't care
Mhm.
about the rest of that, like anything outside of that. So
Yeah,
which is great.
exactly.
So yeah. So I don't know.
So you're
It's
going through all these ascension symptoms
mhm.
and it will level off for
I
sure.
I honestly hope so because this happened to me yesterday. I went to
Yeah,
the dentist because like I said earlier, I broke my tooth. So I
right.
went to the dentist and the dentist goes, "Oh, wow, my, you're a grinder." And I
Have
go,
we not met before?
"Well, we haven't because like
Oh,
I forgot to get like I haven't really gotten a dentist since we moved to Shore Park and I should have, but
yeah,
I didn't. And of course,
yeah,
things happened. So anyway, I
of
met this
course.
new dentist and she was just like, "Oh my God,
Yeah,
like you were a grinder." And I was like, "What do you mean by that?" Like I know I grind, but
yeah.
she was like, "You are a grinder." She goes, "You know those things inside, so like when you go to the dentist and they have to take."
Yes, and they do the x-rays.
Yeah. And
Yeah,
you
I
know
have
how
the
like
same
I
problem.
know you do. I know you do. And so she says to me, "Oh my." She's like, "I have never seen them
Seen them so bad?
so bad." And I was
Had
like,
that too.
and she's been a dentist for years.
Mhm.
And she's like, you definitely need a mouth guard. And I said, "Well, I used to have one."
I
And she
used
said,
to.
"I know." And she's like, "Well, what happened to it?" And I go, to be honest, I don't remember. I don't
My
remember
dog
what."
took mine.
That's hilarious. And so I was like, "Yeah, I don't remember." And she goes, "This is why your tooth broke." And so she explained to me that, and I
What
already
you're
kind of knew that I
doing.
had cracked it,
Yeah.
but I honestly didn't think I was gonna break it off. But anyway, it broke off.
You must
And
be really stressed, Shelly.
yeah, she says to me,
Oh
"You've
my
been doing
gosh.
this forever. Like I can tell this is years of
Years
grinding."
in the making.
And she says to me, the same tooth on the one that I broke, on the other side, it's
Yeah.
cracked too. And so she said to me, like, "One day that's gonna break." And I have
Oh my
another
God.
one at the top. And so she was like, "We have to prevent this." This is
You need help.
yeah,
Stat.
basically. So I was like,
Oh
"Okay."
my
And so she says
gosh.
to me yesterday, "So we have 2 options." She's like, "We either try to repair the tooth that you broke,
Yeah. Oh.
or we crown it because
Oh,
you're just gonna
they're
end
both
up."
awful.
I know. So I ended up choosing the crown because, um, I really want to have a little bit more permanent solution than having it break off again. Because I literally have tiny
Yeah.
pieces left of that poor tooth. So she was
Oh,
like, "There's no saving it." So, yeah, so
that's a bummer. So you're getting a mouth guard.
I'm getting a mouth guard. I have to go
Yeah, you're
back in
gonna
a couple
have to.
weeks. Yeah. They're gonna do mouth impressions and stuff like that and get me to get a mouth guard because she said, probably in the next 10 years, if we don't take care of it, you will bust the other teeth."
It's gonna start crumbling out of your mouth. Gross.
Yeah,
Oh my
she
gosh.
showed me the x-rays and the photos of my teeth. She said,
Yeah.
"You have beautiful teeth. You have great teeth. You have no cavities. Like it's great, but
Yeah.
it's the grinding." She's like, "Look how much you grinded your enamel off." And I was like,
Oh,
"Oh my God."
you should have said, you should see my siblings.
Oh, well, I said that. I go, "Well,"
They're
I'm like, "I'm not
probably
the only
worse.
one." And it's funny
Oh,
because I even mentioned it to my chiro today because she
yeah.
adjusted my jaw because I have, I always have to get
Oh,
my
I
jaw
pop
adjusted.
my jaw out all the time. Yeah.
Same. And so
Grinding.
she was like, "Oh my," because I explained to her what had happened. And she goes, "That makes sense though." But
Yeah.
thinking
Speaks to
about
her.
it,
Yeah.
like you probably don't even notice it because we're just so used to doing it by
Hmm.
like, do you know what I mean? Like we clench our jaw and we hold it so tight that
Yeah.
we don't
Well, I've been
even
doing
notice.
this. I've been practicing this whole like understanding the fascial system. And so what I've been doing for myself is just checking in with myself because I understand the fascial system pulls from the front all the way down through the entire body system, right?
Right.
So I just now go, okay, I check in with myself, even while I'm working, because I used to do this and then I started checking in my life, but I wasn't
Mhm.
checking it while I was at work, which I find I
Right.
do that too. So
Mhm.
now I've just been checking in, going, okay, are you holding your face?
Yep.
And as I check in about holding my face, literally everything just goes, and I'm like, damn it.
I know.
But
I was just gonna say
I have to
masks.
practice that.
I know, but
Oh, the
masks.
masks. Oh, that
I
was
don't know about
hell
you.
for me. I
Yeah,
was like
'cause
walking around like this, like, oh, it
yes.
hurts so bad because I would be holding my
Yes.
mask down with my jaw, like holding it in place.
Yes.
Oh, it was the worst. I couldn't. I'd take it off and I'd be like every night rubbing, like, I
I
can't hear these things anymore. I'm gonna die.
I know, and I
So
never
painful.
noticed. I didn't notice that I did
Yeah.
that
Oh,
until last week that
oh
I
my
had to go to the
gosh.
doctor and because you have to put your mask
Hmm.
back on, like, when you go see the doctor and
Right.
whatever,
Yeah.
and I went in, and I immediately was like, "Yeah,
Holding it. Yeah. And you're like,
yes,
why is it hurting?
yes."
I know. Every time I have to take like our parents to an appointment or something, I have to wear a mask. And it's
Yeah.
the same thing. I'm just like, oh. And
Oh,
that's when
and
I
it
have to catch myself and go, just
yeah,
let it go.
yeah.
Who
Oh,
cares?
but it's so
Just
hard.
don't hold it.
I
It will
know.
stay in place. But it's
Yeah.
habit. It's bad
Yeah,
habits. It's
it
bad habits.
is.
And so that's what I've been using as a tool is just like
Mhm.
check your face. Are you holding your face? Are you holding your eyebrows? Are you holding your mouth? Are you
Yeah.
holding your jaw? And it
Mhm.
just like, and so I just kind of do a scan now. We'll just start from the
Yeah.
top of my head and just scan. And I'll even just continue and scan my whole body
Yeah.
and just keep doing that just to allow myself just to like, okay, it's okay.
It's okay. You can
But,
relax.
it's
Yeah.
just so embedded from our childhood
Yep.
that is just habit that I,
Yep.
have to teach my body that my environment is different and I have to
Mhm.
continuously do the work,
Right.
which can be so exhausting. It's
Oh,
like, I'm tired of doing this. I don't want to do it,
I
but I
know.
have to. Otherwise, I
Yep.
just suffer. But
I
this is why
know.
I also do a lot of like self care and like stretching and doing
Mhm.
all the other things, to
Yeah.
assist my body and like
Yeah.
reprogramming basically. So,
Well, and
oh,
speaking of that, it like even
hmm,
just releasing, right? It's
yeah,
just releasing even body or mind or what have you, right? And
totally. I went
oh,
for 2 hour myofascial massage this morning and like totally zoned right out and was
mm,
somewhere else because my body was like, okay, like my shoulders are all like locked and everything. And
yeah.
so I had all this work and totally out of body the whole entire time, come back. And I was like, wow, I really need to come back to earth. And then just get in my car. I sat there probably for 20 minutes trying to really get it together.
Yeah.
And then just driving home, I was just like, and then I just cried and cried and cried and cried
Mhm.
and cried. And I was like, holy man, just like so much coming out, right? And that's
Yeah.
the whole like releasing, right? I've been holding so
Mhm.
much in my body.
Yeah.
And then just big releases today, which was so
Well,
awesome.
that's good.
So
I'm glad to
it
hear
is
that
good.
because you have been under a lot of stuff that's happened in the last couple months for you
Mm-hmm.
even personally
Yeah,
and so it's nice to hear that you're still, you know, taking care of yourself too, and letting that stuff go, because
Yeah.
as we always talk and say out there, is that the body will react if
Mm-hmm.
you don't let go or release. And so that's good. I'm really
Totally.
glad to hear that. So,
And it was
but
so great too, because even in my appointment, I remember at one of the points actually kind of like in and out of it, is that I remember even like thinking of clients, really
mhm,
hard ones that I've heard in the last week or so, and
mhm,
just how impactful their stories were. And it was just
yeah,
like, okay,
yeah,
just peace be with you, and just I can't hang on to that stuff
no,
either.
yeah,
So
yeah,
yeah, so that was so good to have that today. And
that's
then
good.
and then going back to
Mhm.
your dentist story of like, welcome to like, we're grinding teeth
Yeah.
family and all this like whatever, right? And
Mhm.
just like giving them an experience they've never seen in all their years of practice. Oh, we learned about this in school, but I never actually seen it.
Seen it. Yeah.
And I
Yeah.
was at spin class last night. I haven't been to spin yet. I've been doing other classes.
Okay.
And so I go to spin class and I went early just because I was like, they have new, like different bikes from the last time I used to be there.
Oh,
And so
okay.
I was like, well, I better go early and I'll just get her to kind of like brief me about the
Right.
bike and how I know how to
Yeah.
set it up for myself and whatever. So she comes over and helps me out. And she's just like high energy. She's an awesome gal. Love her. And she's showing me everything. And she's like, okay, well, like, so measure, you like lift up your knee and it should be like this 90-degree angle from like the seat and blah, blah, blah. And I'm like, okay. And I already felt like I had adjusted it to my hip, but where I had it was a little bit lower from where my
Okay.
hip bone was. And so she
Mhm.
goes, well, we'll see how that looks when you get up there. We'll probably have to bring it up just another notch. And I was like, okay. So I like hop up there and put my feet in, and then she's like, okay, I want you to like push your foot all the way down to the bottom, like you're gonna stand up. And I did. And she's like, well, you should have about a 20% like kind of like bend in the knee. And I'm like, no, I can't because like my legs are I said to her, I said, well, I have this problem actually. She goes, what? And I said, I don't know why, but I actually have like these toonie sized kneecaps. And
Sorry, I didn't mean to do it like that. Oh my God, I know.
and they're so tiny. And so like I can't extend very far. It feels literally like it's like a bottle cap. It's just like pop off.
Yeah.
Just the feel. I know it probably won't happen.
Yeah.
God, I hope it would never happen.
Oh
But
my
I was like,
God.
and she goes, what? Really? And she starts laughing because she's like, I've never heard that before. And so, so I show her my kneecap. And I'm
Yeah.
like, look, it's like
Yeah.
big. It's the size of a tootie. And she's like, oh my gosh, that's adorable. Like, I've never seen that ever. And she was like, how is it for you to do like other classes? It must be so hard for you to like, even do like certain poses and Pilates
Yes.
and yoga for your knees and
Mhm.
stuff. And she goes, I've heard about this, but I've never met anybody that has this problem. And I was like, oh my God. And then as I get up onto the bike, we got my legs and everything figured out. And then she's like, okay, now like we're gonna like, this is how you lean forward, you engage your core, and this is how you should be hanging on. And so it should be like this. And I'm like, okay, but I also have another problem. I have extremely short arms. I'm like T-Rex. If you've ever watched Toy Story and Rex is like, I can jump and do this at the
Yeah.
same time.
Yeah.
Yeah, this is totally me. I'm just like, I can't reach. I can't even put
Okay.
a bend in my elbows.
Well, I
So
have a question for you, because
just
so
love
if you
this.
sit if you sit flat, like if you sit on your butt and your legs are sticking out, right?
Hmm.
If you're sitting down
Yeah.
with your feet in front of you
Hmm.
and you put your hands down, how
Hmm.
you just flat hands, can you reach?
Probably. I
Okay,
think my
because I
torso is
actually
small
know
enough.
someone who does have T-Rex arms,
Oh,
and
oh,
she does that. She
I
showed me.
wonder. I
Yeah, and I
must,
meant
I
to think I
must
was gonna
try
ask
it.
you because, like I said, this person that I know,
Yeah.
she can sit. She showed me. She
Yeah.
cannot put her hands to the ground.
Oh my goodness.
Yeah.
She could be like a long lost sister to me.
Yeah, considering like, Keith and I both have long arms.
I know. Like, the hell? Why did I get so stunted? 5'3.5", and you're all tall. I'm just like, wow, thanks for the leftovers.
Well, I
Our
wouldn't say
brother's like
that. Yeah.
6'3",
Yeah,
and you're
he's
like what,
super tall. I'm
5'8"?
5'6". Yeah.
Oh,
No, I'm
5'6".
5'6". Yeah.
So
I feel
yeah,
like yes and no that I'm tall. You know what I mean? Like I feel like I'm kind of just
you're good height. You're
yeah,
like
like I feel
average height.
I
It's good.
feel proportioned, except for like I said, I do have a few little things here and there, like you, like we
Yeah,
all do, right? We all
of
have
course. This is
different.
me just picking apart my body, but
I,
I don't care. Like it doesn't bother me. I'm
I
just
know.
like,
Yeah, me
these are
neither.
the things about me
Excuse
that
me.
I
I'm the one
know.
that has the chicken neck and the broad shoulders, the long arms.
But you're so lucky you have shoulders. Mine are so tiny. Like
uh, yeah, but some
even
things
my
just don't
husband will be
fit.
like, "Where's your shoulders, honey?" Like it'll be like
I,
feel I'm like, I know I was born with no shoulders either. I don't know what happened. Oh my
oh
gosh.
my gosh.
Anyway,
Anyway, we're
it just
tangling off.
reminded me
Yes.
of that story last night. It
Yeah.
was just so funny just to watch her laugh.
Oh,
And it was
I
just
know,
like,
right? Oh
yeah, I'm
goodness.
unique. And even when I go for acupuncture, she was trying something with me and I totally had the craziest reaction. And she's like, oh gosh, takes out all the needles. And she's like, we're not doing that anymore. We're never doing that. We're never going to do it this way. And she's like, let's, and she had me face down. That was
Okay.
one time I went face down and it was awful. And
Oh,
so I had to turn over like and be face up, which I always have
right.
been. And she's like, so she quickly takes them out and whatever, and I have to flip over and we're going to work from the front. And she's like, I'm not going to do that anymore. And she's like, wow, it's just really interesting. She goes, what we're working on, and I want to do this. And then for you to have that reaction. And she's like, she's like, you're a mystery to me. And I went, I know. I'm sorry. I'm a mystery to many people. And she's like, but a beautiful mystery.
Yeah.
You're a beautiful mystery. I was like, awesome.
I know.
I love my uniqueness.
I honestly think, well, like I said earlier, we're all very unique in each
Oh, for
way,
sure.
and I love that beautiful mystery because that was
Mm-hmm.
like me with my whole heart situation. They're just like,
Yeah. Hmm. What? No,
like
it's so
we don't
crazy.
know why that happened,
Yeah.
but
Okay,
yeah,
totally squirreling off.
yeah,
Hey,
we are.
so let's
Anyway,
go back to I just wanted to also check in and see how your full moon ritual event went. It was the first
oh
one that you were
yeah,
hosting.
it was the very first workshop that I did with a friend. And she did like the yin yoga portion, and then I did the uh full moon ritual like release type thing.
Right.
And it went very well. Like it really
Oh.
was. To be honest, it was super beautiful. I was super honored
Oh.
to have all the ladies that did come.
Mm-hmm.
I even had last minute people that wanted to, come and join us. And unfortunately, we did not have room or
Didn't
space.
have room.
No.
Shoot.
And they were like, oh my gosh, it's okay. We'll come to the next one. And so,
Yeah.
to be honest, like I even said it to the ladies there. I said it because like I was super, super grateful. I wasn't even, it, I, I I guess you know how like sometimes like I'm very la la la, in the air
Yeah.
and blah blah blah, and how I'm a Libra and all this stuff. To be honest, usually when I feel very confident in something, I
Mm-hmm.
don't feel anxious. And that night I did not feel anxious. It was like I knew that it was going to be
What you're
fine. It
gonna
was going to
do.
be good. Yeah,
Mm-hmm.
it was great. And so I shared that with the ladies there and I said, to be honest, I was super grateful for everybody there and I honestly didn't
Yeah.
think anybody would ever sign up. Honestly, I didn't. And then I had like a freaking waiting list. Like it was just
Yeah.
like, what? And so
Mm-hmm.
it was so beautiful. And it was right on the full moon night. It was on the eclipse day. Like
Yeah.
it
So
was
good.
amazing. And
It just goes to show like how many people need that or are looking
yeah,
for that in your area, right? And
yes.
that you're able to provide them something that they're needing.
Yeah, for sure.
Just
And
so good.
it was
And when
it
it feels that easy,
yeah.
also, is that it just tells you that that's just like so in alignment, right? When it's
Yeah,
just like so in alignment, it's just so easy. It's not hard.
right.
It's like you're not in your head about it. You're just
No.
very in the present moment. And
Mhm.
it's just like honoring,
It
it's
was.
just so great.
It was.
This is
And
why I
like,
love teaching.
and it was just nice to have, I don't know. It really was. It totally was in alignment with me. I felt super good. I was not one bit, nervous, and I had
Hmm.
afterwards I had really positive feedback. They thought I was funny, but yet, caring and all the things. It was
Yeah.
just great. It really was. And uh, I plan to do another one, but I won't do it until probably the new year,
The
just
new
because
year.
of everything
Yeah.
that's coming up right now. I'm
Hmm.
sure that a lot of people would love to have it, but it's just that I felt that I also needed a break. I have been on the go forever this year. Like I just feel like I
Hmm.
haven't rested myself.
Yeah.
And but it was super, like, even with my friend Ting, like, when she did yin, it was really beautiful for her to,
Aw.
incorporate to get the ladies into their own,
Like in their
um
own body.
yeah, and
Hmm.
then when it was to come to my turn, and it turned out so, really it did. It really
Yeah.
was beautiful. And then at the end, we decided to do a little improv, like we pulled a card, and like I wasn't expecting to do that. Nobody really wanted to go home. So we were like, well,
Yeah.
we
They
could do
never want to
this.
leave. This is why I can stay at work for hours.
Yeah, no kidding.
Like
Well,
so
yeah,
good. Like
exactly. You
nobody
know?
wants to go home.
No, and,
Oh, I'm so
even
glad
that
that
was,
worked out for
yeah,
you.
it was super beautiful, and I really enjoyed it, and
Awesome.
I would do it again. Yeah,
Yeah.
it was really, really nice. And
I love that.
yeah, like I said, there was nothing that I could say that was
Nothing you would change.
no,
Perfect.
no. Yeah, it was. It
That's
was
awesome. I'm happy
really
for
good.
you.
I do have a little bit of news though, like, Um, so the space that I rent and that I, do Reiki in my business from,
Hmm.
I am moving. So I have that on my plate
That's
where I have to
true.
get ready again for another space, but it's going to be in the same building, same place
Location.
that I'm renting from. It's just into another room.
Yeah.
And so I have
That'll
that.
be good.
Yeah.
I mean,
Yeah.
it's work, but at the same time, it's
Yeah.
nice to have new and maybe there's a reason why that
Yeah.
you're needing to
Well,
move
to be
rooms,
honest,
on the other side of things.
yeah.
Like I get it. There's reasons why that has to happen on that part of
Mhm.
it, within the
Yeah.
space that you're at. But
Yeah.
for
Yeah.
you, I'm saying then there might be something more to that, which would be
Right,
nice.
exactly.
When are
And
you going to be in your new space?
well, we're supposed to be in there for January 1st, so
Oh,
it's coming up.
so that's for the new year.
Yeah.
Something new to look forward to.
Yes. Yeah. So
Awesome.
it will definitely be the only I think I'm just maybe I'm putting a little bit too much on myself, but it's just like
Yeah.
because, Christmas is coming, and then I have family coming, and then, you know,
Yeah.
things are going to be busy in the most of December, right? So I'm just sort of
Right.
like, okay, when am I going to get this stuff done? When am I going to get painting done? When am I going to get,
Yeah.
so I'm a
It'll
little bit
happen.
like, whatever, but it is going to be what it is, right?
It'll
And
work out.
so, yeah.
It'll work out.
Yeah.
I
So,
believe that. Either way, it's going to have to happen. You'll get her done.
yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
And there was
Speaking of,
another
oh, go
I was
ahead.
just gonna say, sorry, I was just gonna say I also didn't share this either, and I'm super excited, and I got to have a few clients lately, and I am just so appreciative of it. And I ended up taking the hypnotherapy training course, and um,
Mm-hmm.
it's been amazing. I have been
Mm-hmm.
enjoying it, and I cannot express uh how
An
much it's
incredible
helping these
thing.
people. Yeah,
I
it's just
know. It's amazing.
amazing. Like,
I know. It's like,
I'm loving it so much. So it's just another, addition and another modality that I've added, and I, I, I can't say enough about it. Like, I really
yeah.
just love it, and
Me too. It's so good.
I
It's like one of
know.
my faves. I love
Yeah,
everything I do.
me too.
I
Yeah,
do love everything I do.
yeah,
So
me
there's no
too.
complaints there whatsoever. But when
No.
there's a tool that you can use to help
Mm-hmm.
people with some like deeper things, maybe,
Yeah,
or things that they're
yeah.
struggling with, or even if it's just sleep,
Right?
like
I
it's
know.
just people need sleep, and
Yep.
it's an amazing tool to
Yeah.
even just have it for that. So
Yeah.
it's
I'm
so
just
incredible. I
so,
just love
yeah.
it.
Yeah. I'm so,
Yeah,
so
it's so
thankful.
great.
Yeah. So,
I'm so
yeah.
looking forward to the new year.
Yeah.
Speaking of, the new year, and
Mm-hmm.
as Shelly already had mentioned earlier, that we are coming to the end of this year.
Yeah.
And so we just have, another episode, I think one more episode coming up
One
here
more.
before the end of the year for
Mm-hmm.
us. And then really looking forward to all the new stuff in the new year, new content,
Yeah.
new stories, lots of personal stories. There's
Yeah.
going to be like lots of teaching and just so many
Yeah.
good things. We're just
Mm-hmm.
so, so excited
Yeah.
to I'm just ready for the new year. So there's
Yeah.
going to be some changes happening and it's going to be so good and I cannot wait. And I feel for our last episode, yeah, as Shelly said earlier, we're going to probably I don't know. I'm not going to put too much pressure on it, but just like
No,
whatever, we're going to wing it and
we're gonna wing it
kind
again.
of put
Yeah.
in our feelings of what's to come, or maybe what we're feeling, or maybe what we're feeling for each other. Maybe Shelly and I will read each other,
Yeah.
or whatever. We're just going to
Might
see how it
even
goes.
just, yeah, like
We might share
maybe,
a story about our dad in honor of our dad again. Maybe that's just
yeah.
something that we'll do at the end of
Mm-hmm.
every season, at the end of the year, since it's always his birthday.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm
Yeah.
super looking forward to um, the new year and
Yeah.
everything that's about to come for us as well, and for all of our listeners. So
I
we
agree.
just so super appreciate all of you for tuning in
Yes.
with us and sticking by us and putting up with us and
Yeah.
and it's not forced upon. So that's really
No,
beautiful. So we're
no,
so
it
grateful
isn't.
for that.
Yeah. And I've said this in the past too, where we started as, you know, being doing this for fun and we still do it for fun. And that, if we
Yeah.
could just reach out to, one or two people, and we did, and that was all our like our goal was,
Yeah.
and or is. And we truly are grateful and so
Absolutely.
appreciative of every one of you that listens to us or watches us. uh,
Mm-hmm. So
we
good.
couldn't ask for a better bunch of people.
Following.
Yeah, it's just, yeah. And we hope to
Yeah.
be live, more
Yeah. A lot of more
for
future
Instagram and
engagements.
stuff. Yeah, just
Yeah.
so that we can, engage with you out there too. And
Hopefully some more
maybe
in
we'll do
person
another in person.
hangouts,
Yeah.
or
Hmm.
I know we've talked about retreats too, and
Yes, yeah.
all the
There's a
good things to
lot.
come. There's so much
Yeah.
planning. So
Yeah. Yeah.
yes, if you guys have any comments or
Hmm.
ideas or anything like that that you would like to also maybe see or come up, or anything like that that
Yeah.
you'd be interested in with the Empath Sisters, just let us know. Drop us a
Yeah.
comment. We would love to hear.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, and we just super appreciate all of you, and we really appreciate you tuning in today and listening to us just hang out, chat, catch up, and
Yeah.
plan ahead. So yeah, thank you
Yeah.
so much, everybody. And
Yeah.
Shelly and I are all sending you lots of love, light, and gratitude wherever this may find you today.
Yes. Take
Take
care,
care,
everyone.
everyone. Lots of love.